Today, I'm going to be talking about one of today's biggest real estate wholesaling gurus, also known as Maxwell. Hey, what is going on, everyone? Devin up here with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about Maxwell. And if you haven't already heard of him, basically he's if you watch my channel, chances are you've probably already heard of this guy, but he's basically a real estate wholesaler that has really just blown up in the last few months. He's built up a bigger and bigger audience as far as real estate wholesaling goes. He provides a lot of value in content in his videos, and he produces some really high quality videos. And so I'm going to be talking about who is this guy and why do people listen to him, as well as is he legit. Just stay tuned till the end and I'll really uncover whether or not this guy's legit or not, what my opinion is on him and everything. But pull up a few screenshots of who this Maxwell guy is. If you haven't already, you can check him out. He's on YouTube, he's on Instagram, all these other different platforms. He's got a big Facebook group, and he's kind of put himself as the knowledge of the wholesaling and real estate and getting into it and everything like that. And so I started watching his videos, and he started his YouTube channel I want to say 2 months before I did, and so we kind of started about the same time, and he's just really blown up. And so part of it is because he's got some high quality content, and another big part of it is either he's had a lot of high people endorse his brand, who he is, and everything like that, which is a big part of it. He's done a lot of collaborations and with a lot of different people that have a big portion of the wholesaling niche, and who's giving advice and everything and all that type of stuff. And on top of that, he could also just be spending money as well, because he's had a long time experience as far as being a businessman and all that type of stuff. So he's really just grown. If you kind of look at his statistics as far as how his growth is there's just 1 month where he just completely blows up, and part of it is he hit the perfect algorithm on how it works and everything on these different social media platforms and everything. But I think what he got started, he really leveraged his Instagram, and then on top of that, he just he either spent money or he has a lot of different brands promoting who he is and everything. But anyways, so who is this guy? Can we trust him and all that type of stuff? So basically, if you don't know anything about him, he was a pilot for a long period of time. He got his pilot's license. He's from Jamaica, and he used to do a lot of marathons and endurance things like the Titan runs and all that type of stuff. And from there, what he did was he eventually saved up enough capital and then got into real estate. And he just really took off. He found what real estate wholesaling was, and he basically just went all in and went all in with real estate wholesaling. And then in the last 2 years, from what I've heard, is he's made about $2 million. And I heard that from one of his Gary Vee videos and everything. And so I've watched a lot of this guy's videos, but at the same time, I haven't watched too many of them as well. I've put a decent amount of time into looking into this guy, and I've also kind of replicated a little bit of his processes and some of the videos that he makes and everything. Obviously, I don't have the footage people that he does where they're walking around recording his videos and everything. And he spends a lot of time, money, or energy into the production value of his videos, which really puts him up on a platform, and it's kind of as if he's shedding light and having this high quality content, and then gives out a lot of value. Now, necessarily would I say that the content that he has on his channel is mind boggling or different from anybody else's? I wouldn't necessarily say it's anything new. It's not he's presenting the stuff that's just oh my gosh, I could have never found this on the internet before. All of it's already been on the internet, really. It's just what he's really done is kind of bring in a little bit more inspiration and motivation, and shed some light into the real estate wholesaling niche and all these different gurus out there that are just making this content or whatever, that it's just at the end of the day, they're trying to sell you into some sort of funnel or some sort of course and all that type of stuff. And it's just a lot of people that are just money driven as to why they're giving out knowledge. And it's really just been a big gray area as to what real estate wholesaling is. And it hasn't really been brought to the news and the media too much. There's not too much attention on it. And so it's it's one of those things where the people can charge insane amount of money and just like really screw people over. And so as far as like his content and everything, he's giving out everything like 100% free. And so now obviously he is going to monetize his audience. He has here and there. He does different webinars and stuff. And at the beginning, what he did was he just really copied the Gary Vee strategy, basically where you just give out value and don't ask anything in return. And from there, he's built himself up to a certain size to where he's like he can sell different things to people and just present different offers to people, whether it be like affiliate wise or his own products and whatever it may be. And what this does is it really gives him a solid foundation and a base for what he wants to sell in the future. And so from there, like if you kind of go through his Instagram feed and everything, you can kind of see like his time, like of him like kind of maturing a little bit and really get into real estate, and then kind of who he is today. And so as you can tell, he's been a businessman for a while, so he knows his stuff. And I really don't know exactly what he did. I just see different things of him running businesses and stuff. And I know a lot of it wasn't real estate. So I really don't have the details on this guy. There isn't like too much information out there. Maybe if I went onto his Facebook and everything, I could dig in a little bit deeper and find out maybe some of his posts and stuff. But he's been a pretty low-key guy. And then he really just started to realize what the value of social media was and everything, and then he took advantage of it. And so as far as like, can you trust this guy, can you trust his knowledge and what he's giving out and everything, and my opinion on the matter is 100% yes. I agree with this guy, and he gives out a lot of value and content and everything, and I really think he's one of those guys that you can trust inside the real estate wholesaling niche. And I've been inspired a lot as far as like his content and everything. And I will be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit jealous of his growth and everything and what he's been able to do. But at the same time, I know he's at a completely different level than I am as far as like what he's done previously to doing YouTube, and as far as like his wholesaling career and everything like that. And I know that he's invested a lot of money and time and energy into different mastermind groups and being able to get to the point where he's at currently today. And he's really given himself a lot of opportunity. And he just provides a lot of value, and I really appreciate him. So Max, if you're watching this video, let's jump on together or something. Let's do a collab. Anyways, yeah, you guys can totally watch his stuff. I end up like using a lot of his videos for reference on what I'm going to make. But at the same time, I make a lot of videos off of different topics that I see aren't covered inside the real estate wholesaling niche and everything like that. And so he's a really good go-to if you want to see like the actual day in the life of what it actually looks like to be a real estate wholesaler. Now, mind it, I like to use this reference a lot whenever it comes to entrepreneurship and you comparing yourself to other people. Is you can't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20 inside of a book. And there's a lot of people, you don't know what they've gone through, the trials and tribulations of the point that they are at currently. And so you can't judge yourself and say, why the hell am I not making $2 million in the last 2 years wholesaling real estate? You have to understand what that person has gone through, what they have done to be able to get to the point that they are, and what they have had to do to achieve it. And so you have to just kind of stay in your own lane and understand what direction you're heading in. Like, yes, you can use that for motivation and inspiration, but don't shame yourself for not being able to have success, the same amount of success that other people have had. You don't know what these people have gone through. But anyways, yeah, go check out his stuff. I'm gonna put his stuff down below, his YouTube channel and his Instagram, because I just really appreciate his content and everything, and he just puts out so much value for everybody. And if you're getting started in real estate wholesaling, he's a very good place to go, and he provides so much value for everybody. So anyways, yeah, so go check it out, and if you haven't already, join the fam, join the game by hitting the subscribe button down below. And so like always, I'm uploading every day. So I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Peace.